Welcome again. I'm happy to see you again in our weekly classes. Today's practice, I've prepared some flows and some poses for the strength. So we're going to work with our whole body as usual. And as a small reminder that during these classes, I'm going to show different variations of the poses. So for those who have been practicing for a bit or feel they want a bit of a challenge, they can proceed to more difficult variations. Otherwise, stay with the variations which I show, which are more suitable for you. Especially be careful if you know there are some traumas, like if you feel like my knees, for example, I've been walking quite a lot, so I'll be mindful not to make it a bit worse than usual. So be careful if you feel like, oh, my back is not feeling it today, or I know my wrists are extra weak. So just be very careful, and if you need to take a rest, feel free to do so. So today we start our class with a couple of minutes of silent breath. Then we're gonna do a breath exercise after that, because I've realized it can be quite beneficial to do some breathing techniques as well in the beginning of the class, because in yoga, we work with our physical body, with our mind, and as well with the breathing techniques a lot. And then we're going to proceed to some warming up, and then practice a bit more afterwards. So finding a comfortable position first. If you're sitting on the floor in a cross-leg position, if that's comfortable, or having your legs forward with the support of your arms, having back straight. Any position you feel comfortable. It doesn't have to be a crossed leg. Starting with a couple of mindful deep breaths. Settling down. Allowing yourself to be present here with your body in the practice today. As for the next 50 minutes, you can allow yourself to just be here. No need to rush anywhere. No need to play any roles. Just being here, honest with yourself, honest with your body needs. Feeling the breath flowing in and out. If you feel any obvious areas of tension, start relaxing mindfully. And letting go of tension in your face, in your neck and shoulders. The spine is straight and strong. Slowly returning to your normal breath. If you need to stretch your legs before we continue, because we're going to do some breathing techniques in the cross leg or any other sitting position. So if you need to stretch your legs, massaging your knees before we continue. And coming back to the sitting. So in our daily life, we're not always thinking about how we breathe. So this next practice is a chance to use more capacity of our lungs, because usually our breath is quite shallow, so we only use top part of our lungs. So this next practice is a chance to breathe deeply, use more capacity of our lungs, because our lungs are stretching even deeper down. So we're gonna bring our palms on the sides of our rib cage and start inhaling that way, that you're using the full capacity of your lungs, and you feel your chest and rib cage expanding to the sides. Inhale from the lower part, inhaling and filling the whole lungs until the top, and then exhaling, starting from the top down. Inhaling from the bottom of the lungs. Inhaling to the point where you feel that you cannot inhale anymore, and then exhaling down, emptying your lungs completely. Continue in your own comfortable rhythm. You can then close your eyes, focusing on your rib cage, opening and closing. So this is a practice of a full yogic breath. Using the full capacity of your lungs. Feeling rib cage, expanding and contracting. Last round. And after the last exhalation, relax your arms, bringing them on your knees. Return to your usual breath. Maybe note now, after you return to your breath, how do you breathe normally? Is this a shallow breath? Is this a deep breath? Maybe this practice of mindful deep breathing can be a good addition which you can try at any moment of your day. Just breathing deeper, using the full capacity of our lungs. It's a very good practice. It allows us to inhale more oxygen, revitalize our whole bodies. So from here, we're going to start gently with our physical practice. But while you practice with your body, I'm going to invite you to breathe as well. So we start here with opening our chest forward, looking up, inhale, arching the back, exhale. Continue in the comfortable for you rhythm. This is a gentle massaging exercise for the vertebrae in our back. And then start gentle rounds, opening your chest to the back, to the sides, inhaling as you open forward, exhaling as you arching. Gentle circles. And the opposite side. And coming back to the neutral spine. From here, open your legs forward. Support yourself with the fingertips on the side. Stretch your toes. Open your feet, that you really feel that the feet are both active. This will automatically engage your both legs. Activate your abdominal muscles as well. Sitting here, being aware of your straight, strong back. Active feet. Spread your toes. And then relax for a moment. Do circular motions, massaging your ankles. And the opposite side. And start stretching again. Active feet. This time bring your arms forward. Drop your shoulders down. Elongate your neck. Hold. Continue the breath. So always when we hold the position, the breath keeps flowing. Maybe after today's exercise, we can try and breathe a little deeper than usual. And from here, if you need to rest, do that. Otherwise, we can try and lean forward and back. Inhale as you lean forward. Exhale as you're leaning back. So this is an exercise for the strength of your core muscles. So a lot of engagement in your lower abdomen muscles. Continue training the core. It doesn't matter how far you go forward and back. And relax for a moment, maybe shake your legs. Again, maybe some circular motions with your ankles. Coming back to our starting position. Interlock your palms in front of your face. Drop your shoulders down, straight back. We're gonna do circular motions with our arms. So circular forward and back. Circular to one side and back. Again, inhale forward, exhale back. And opposite side. And coming back to the center, release, again, shaking our legs. Very good. So that's like a good starting warming up exercise. From here, open your legs to the sides. Changing position to tabletop. Again, controlling that your palms directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. From here, open your right arm, left leg parallel to the floor. And we're gonna hold again. The breath keeps flowing. Alternative variation for those who have been practicing for a bit, grabbing the ankle. That was cracking in some bones. If you're losing the balance, you can bring your toes on the floor, any variation possible, and release to the starting position. Opposite side, left arm, right leg. Keep holding here. Or alternatively, grabbing the ankle, opening the chest. A lot of stretching on the front thigh. Release. Rest in child pose for a moment. Feel where in your body practice feels most at the moment. Can be a specific joint or group of muscles. Interlock your arms in front of your face in a triangle. Coming down to the lower plank. So this is our first practice today for developing strength. This exercise is a dolphin pose. So from here, from the lower plank, start lifting like you would do in a downward dog. And coming down to the plank. Again, in and exhale. Do as many times as possible. This is an exercise for developing strength of your shoulders, core muscles. So activate abdominal muscles as well. If you need to rest, that's fine as well at any point. And then hold lower plank. Keeping the breath. Dropping knees down, relaxing in the child pose. Very good. Feel the heartbeat. This time coming back to plank. Open your palms on the floor, directly under your shoulders. Straighten your body. Activate your feet as well. Abdominal muscles. Straight line from your neck down to your feet. More advanced variation, lifting one leg at a time from the floor. Right leg, then left leg, and holding. Remember, you can drop knees to the floor at any point. Couple of more breaths. Very good. Exhale, knees on the floor. Rest in child pose. So this is the practice how we develop strength in our arms, wrists. So we're going to connect plank into the small flow. So from here, come into plank. Knees and chest on the floor, coming down. Your feet flat. Open up into cobra. Tucking your toes, downward facing dog. Transition to plank again. Knees, chest on the floor. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Transition to plank. Do one more round or rest. Inhale and downward facing dog. Exhale. And plank again. Dropping knees, resting in child pose. Very good. These little flows, they engage all the muscles in the body. We're getting stronger, more resilient. Again, doing the same flow. Plank. Knees, chest, or chaturanga down. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. So the difference between the cobra and upward facing dog, if we hold for a moment. So in cobra, palms underneath the shoulders, we're using only the back muscles to raise ourselves up. So there is no weight on your palms. In upward facing dog, you're lifting yourself up. You're basically hanging here on your arms. And from here, transition to downward facing dog. So in flows like this, you can always choose if you want to do cobra or upward facing dog. Transition to plank. Again, knees and chest or chaturanga down. Cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Plank. Drop your knees, rest. While you're resting in a child pose, do some circular movement with your wrists. Because we've been doing quite a few poses with a lot of weight on our wrists. So circular massaging movement for the wrists. Coming up. So for the next pose, there are two variations. We continue building strength. So for those who want to try side plank, who hasn't tried before or haven't been practicing for a long time, we start here from the lower plank, switching weights on one arm and come into the side plank. Your feet are stacked one into another or one next to another. So you can either have one front, one back, or one on top of another. And try and lift yourself to the side plank. So this is the practice. Another variation is from the full plank pose. We're doing side plank. Again, feet stuck on one on another. Side plank, alternatively opening arm up. Choosing your practice. And coming back to the center, resting for a moment. Coming back to the starting position if you're doing the lower plank. Switching side on opposite arm. Or you can even have a knee on the floor if that feels better. Same for the side plank on the full arm. You can have a knee on the floor for better support. Or full plank. Note how your palm is directly under your shoulder. Coming back to center, rest. Let me know after the class how did you feel about this exercise. This is quite a challenging one. From here, we're going to do a bit of stretching after the standing on our wrists a lot. So usually we're standing like this. So this time, stretch in opposite side. So your wrists are stretching, moving gently forward and back, very gently. Maybe to sides. For those who have sensitive wrists, this might be quite challenging, so be very gentle. And then coming back. From the normal position, again, moving back and forth. Focus on the wrists. And to sides as well. Transition to laying down on the floor. So your feet are flat. Bring your forearms forward into the Sphinx pose. Your palms are open on the floor. Chest is open. Look up. This is a pose for your posture, for opening the chest. And exhale, relax. Make a pillow with your both palms, one on top of another, and rest your forehead on the mat or on top of your palms. From here, we're going to do several rounds of Cobra. Prepare with your palms underneath your shoulders. Your both arms are close to your rib cage, so you're not having them on the side, so they're close to the rib cage. Start opening your chest. No weight in the front arms. You're holding here purely with your back muscles. Activate your glutes. abdominal muscles, chest. Couple of more breaths. We're still breathing. And exhale. Rest for a moment. Calm your heartbeat. So even in the poses when you're holding like this, try and breathe deeper a little bit. Again, cobra. Inhale. Keep breathing. Drop your shoulders down. There is no tension. You're not bringing them closer to your ears. Shoulders are down. And exhale. Very good. Rest. Two variations of the next pose again. So we either are going to do locust pose where you opening your arms, chest, legs from the floor and holding, or for those who have no issues with your knees, grab your ankles and lift. Choosing your practice. Both exercises are for the chest opening, for the strength. And exhale, rest. Very good work. If you feel your heart pumping, guide yourself into several deep breaths. From here, guide yourself into the sitting on your knees. So before we do the next pose, again, two variations. Let me explain how we're going in and out of the pose. So next pose is for the chest opening again. So before we do, I'm going to show how we do it. So for the first variation, for those who are starting the practice only, bring your both palms on the lower back. Open your chest. Start leaning back, opening the pelvis, lower back and upper back. And the head goes last. So this is the preparation for the camel pose. And then when you want to release, start from the lower back, upper back, head goes last, relax into the child pose. Or alternatively, full camel pose. Start opening from the lower back. This is a very challenging pose, so be very careful. Choose the easier one if you feel this is a little better today. So from the lower back, upper back, head, dropping your arms, grabbing your feet, or having your feet up. Full camel pose, very gently. Wherever you are, be careful if you feel vertigo. Relaxing child pose at any point. This pose reverses the blood circulation, so you can feel a little dizzy at some point. Then slowly coming up, starting from lower back, middle back, upper back. Head goes last, rest in the child pose. Amazing. Coming up to the sitting again. Through the side, open your legs forward. So from here, bend your right leg, bring it close to where you sit. So your left leg is open, right leg is close to where you sit. Hug your knee close to your chest. Open your back straight, the same way as we've practiced in the beginning of the class. And then start turning towards the knee. So if you have your right knee, you're turning to the right. Either hugging the knee with your left arm and supporting yourself. This is a twist. So make sure that you're turning your torso towards the bent leg. Hugging the knee, twist. Gently support yourself with the fingertips on the back. Make sure that you sit here in the middle, not falling back or not falling to one side. Straight back is the key. Or another variation, bringing arm on the inside from the knee, going deeper in the twist. Continue breathing. Inhale, coming back to center, release, change sides. So left knee comes close to your chest. So hugging your left knee first, straighten your back, start twisting and hugging towards the left knee. Again, either hugging or bringing arm inside to the twist. Drop your shoulders down. Inhale, coming back to center, joining your feet together. So we've tried this butterfly pose before, but we were bringing our feet close to where we sit. So now we're gonna bring them a little further away forward. Grabbing your feet. And start opening your legs to the side with a gentle movement. Or even eventually, if you wanna go forward. Very gently, this is a hip opening pose. Relax your neck. Slowly coming back up. And this time opening our legs to the side. So it's not important how far you open your legs. Practice with what feels comfortable for you. Again, starting with a straight back. Activate your abdominal muscles. Leaning forward, bring your palms forward. Your both feet are active. That you have a stretching on the back of your legs. Start walking forward. Baby steps, very small, gentle steps forward. Coming back to your breath. And practicing here is not pushing. So if we're pushing ourselves in a certain pose, it's very risky to get a damage or of a muscle or a joint. But if we're allowing the process to happen, if we exhaling, relaxing into the pose, this will happen more naturally. So by guiding the breath, the exhaling into the pose, without pushing. Walking your palms to the left, directing your torso towards the left leg, closing your eyes, and again, staying here with the breath. Note if your thoughts are starting popping up, something like, oh, I should be leaning, I should be better at this. I should be more deeper in this pose. Or a lot of expectations might pop up in this pose. Coming back to the breath, smiling to those thoughts, allowing them to pass. Remembering that every practice takes time, consistency, dedication. Walking yourself back to the center and to the right. Again, listening if there is any expectations to be in a certain way. Staying here. Remember the self-kindness and self-compassion. Allowing the process of relaxation to happen. And then slowly coming back to the center. Noting if this feels a little easier, maybe because we've been in the pose for quite some time. And coming up slowly. Joining your legs together. Before we finish today, we're almost done. So a couple of more poses left. So we're gonna do the boat pose. Start with a straight back. Activate your abdominal muscles. Drop your shoulders down. Go into any variation of the boat pose which feels comfortable, either with one leg open forward or another one. Supporting yourself maybe with the palms underneath the knees, maybe touching with the toes to the floor. Straight back is important. Then maybe finding the balance. So any variation of the boat pose. Only release your arms if you feel you can hold and ready to release, or supporting underneath the knees. And relax. Hug your knees, rest your forehead. And then make sure that you have enough space at the back of your mat so you have no wall or furniture at the back. Be careful not to bump your head at anything because we're going to start rolling. So grab your knees. We're going to start rolling gently back and forth. This is a massaging for your back. And at the next roll, Roll back down. 2 options again for the next poses. Either raise your legs up and hold, or if you work with a full shoulder stand, go into the full shoulder stand. So in the full shoulder stand, your neck is straight and you're lifting yourself up. So only practice shoulder stand if you have been doing this before and you know what you're doing. Do not pose risk for the practice. So if you start practicing, raise your both legs. Support yourself with the palms on the floor. Open your feet. If you're in a shoulder stand, start releasing gently. Coming down, hugging your knees, rolling from side to side. Amazing work today. So we've been doing quite a few challenging poses. So we deserved some good relaxation and rest. So prepare yourself for the final relaxation today. Straightening your legs, opening your palms to the sky. Maybe guiding yourself to several breaths. Deep, calming, soothing breaths. Staying here present. Aware of your body. Aware of your breath. Relax your body part by part. Relax your legs. Relax your torso. Your arms are resting on the floor. Your shoulders and your neck. Your head is relaxed. Your eyes are closed comfortably. Notice how your body feels. Feeling the weight of your body on the floor. Allow yourself to rest quietly. Restore. From here, bring your attention to your feet and your palms. Start moving your fingers and toes, waking up slowly. Take your time. If you need to stretch or turn, but keep your eyes closed until the very end of the practice. Find your way rolling on the right side. Resting here for another moment. Help yourself to the sitting slowly. No rush into any comfortable sitting pose. Noting again how you feel. How your body feels, your muscles, your joints. Maybe spending a moment feeling grateful towards yourself for spending this time for yourself and with yourself. Investing this time into your well-being. And slowly start coming back to your day. Open your eyes. Thank you for joining me today. I'm very grateful to share this time together with you. I hope you feel benefits from your regular practices. I hope to see you next week. Thank you so much.